What's going on, my royals? We got another one for you. This time we're doing things a little bit different. We got a viral sensation. It's going to be super lit. I'm super excited. Y'all all been seeing her all around. Blonde hair, pink Barbie, walk me like them plastic. It's fantastic. That's why I'm sicker than his life. Bobby perfect, it was worth it. Take me shopping, Bobby working. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I feel like this is a perfect song. We got the viral sensation. She's in the building. We're going to have her up here soon, guys. The one you've been waiting for. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, my royals, my royals? We got another great show for you today. Today we got none other than the viral sensation, than Miss Magdalene. I swear she is out here doing numbers when I tell you. She is all over the place, from the Daily Star to Hollywood Unlocked to the New York Post. I mean, when I tell you she's everywhere, she is everywhere, and I cannot wait to speak with her right here, right now. But before we get to that, you know, I have to shout out my sponsors. Y'all know Love and Hip Hop, AD from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Well, she sponsored the show with her brand called Dig the Kicks. I'm wearing her hat right now. It is a super lit, super comfortable brand. She got crop tops, she got sweatsuits, she got joggers, t-shirts, shorts. Make sure y'all go head over to her website, Dig the Kicks, DTK.com, and when you're there, hit that promo code and type in the word royal so you can get 15% off. We are also sponsored by SwagNationMagazine.com, the #1 independent artist magazine in the nation, also reaching 75 countries worldwide. And we broke history by being the first LGBT to make their cover. I'm super excited and super honored. Thank you, Swag Nation Magazine. Make sure y'all go and get you a copy, volume 14, SwagNationMagazine.com, and that's swag with 2 G's. We also have a spread within the magazine that you can get to know us a little bit better. Now, without further ado, I do want to add the lovely, the amazing Mary Magdalene. Ooh. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Can you hear this? It says the connection's bad. It would be on my part. If it's really bad for you, then I'm gonna switch phones.
It got better now. I see you now.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, on my side it's kind of laggy, but if it continues, then I'll switch phones.
Oh, is it lagging? Well, thank you for coming on to this platform. I do appreciate you. I humbly appreciate you for agreeing to come on here. So, before we get started, everyone know where they can find you at, all your social media, or your websites, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I only have 2 Instagrams. This one, XO Mary M, then I have another one. It's XO Mary M Backup. And then I have a YouTube, but I forget, like, it's just search Mary Magdalene, woman with fattest vagina. And then I have an OnlyFans. Yeah, those are my social media.
That's just well. Again, thank you for coming on here. I'm super excited to talk to you. So before we get into who you are today, I kind of want to get into who you are behind, what we say behind the plastic. So, who is Mary, and how did it get to here?
Mary Magdalene is a wild child, a fucking lone wolf. Like since I was young, I've always been like in my own little world. I've never had like a large friend group, so I'm always just doing my own thing, so I don't get influenced by other people so easily. So when everyone is getting so shocked at me online, I'm honestly like surprised that everyone is as shocked as they are, because to me it's normal. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but
Right,
there's a lot.
right.
I have many layers to my personality. The plastic is just something that everyone focuses on, obviously, but yeah.
So you say it was a wild child. Define wild, because I know there's different perspectives on what wild can be.
Wild
So,
child, like I was a stripper since 17. I was like the sluttiest years of my life was when I was 12 and 13. And then after I came down a bit, then at 17, I like started making money. So it's like, that's also why I'm like so extra, because of my job.
oh, I know that. So even before 17, before you became a stripper, were you always kind of like the troublemaker in school, or
Well, this is
who
the
was
thing,
that?
like, I don't know, I was a very sexual child. Like, since I was 12, I was kind of slutty. And like, I remember like my teachers, like in front of the whole class, she's like, "Oh, this isn't a porno, Mary." Like, what the fuck? Just because, like, I have had people be hating on me, like, since I was a child. So, like, at a certain point, I was like, you know what? I just don't give a fuck. I'm going to do what I want, because no matter what I do, people always have something to say to me. Like, I don't even know what it is. I always just had some sort of sexual energy, not even that I was trying to give that to the world, because I don't even necessarily like always portraying that. It's just like for some reason I'm just give like that type of energy.
Right. So even in going on further, so how did we get into stripping? What was the mindset when you was like, okay, I need to strip? And was it the money? Was it just for a hobby? Was
No,
it just what?
when I was 16, oh my god, oh actually I shouldn't. Okay, when I was 16, I got kicked out of my house, and then I
Okay.
was like, fuck, like what the fuck, what am I gonna do? And like I had to drop out of school at the same time because I got kicked out of my house and everything, so I had to fend for myself. I had to figure out what the fuck I had to do and fast, because what, like, or else I'm gonna be fucking homeless. So then I ended up just getting into the adult industry because it was something that I could do right away, where I would have money to get my first and last right away, so I could get my ass a new place, because like that was fucked up.
Wow. Okay. Well, that will get you there. So now, how do we get from transitioning from the stripper, right, becoming a stripper at the club, and now we're here? So where does the plastic surgery start coming into play?
So the like my first surgery was when I was 18. I got tits. I went to Mexico because I'm Mexican, and then so I got my tits done, but like by a dentist, but I didn't know it was a dentist. So that was really sketchy. But then
Oh wow.
after that, then like it's not like I didn't start out having all the surgeries saying, okay, I want to have the world's fattest vagina, or I want to look like a blow up doll. I didn't think of that. Like I just started doing shit because I liked it. I was like, okay, I want huge tits, I want huge lips, I want huge ass, and then like eventually everyone just started telling me what I am. They're like telling me what subculture I fall into, which was bimbo. It's a subculture. So then I started identifying as a bimbo, because I was like, you know what? All the girls that I like how they look, they're all bimbos. So then, and then that led to me being called like a blow up doll. And then, yeah, I didn't even think of that stuff
Okay,
by myself.
that's great that you say that, because I'm sure that a lot of people have the perception that that is what you are aiming to be. I
No,
mean,
I didn't even
even
like
when I
know. And that's what's weird to me, because like in my head, I'm like I see so much girls that have like just as much surgery, or if not even bigger ass, bigger tits than me. So in my mind, I'm always like, why do people find me so fascinating? Like I don't even fully get it. I think maybe because I have tattoos on top of it, which makes it appear more extra. But honestly, I don't know. I'm just kind of
well,
going with whatever people are saying.
I
Like I
do
don't give a
believe
fuck.
that I do believe that people in the field know people in their field. So So, and with, you know who you know because of, you're in that industry or you're in that lifestyle or wherever it is that you may call it. But so I can see why people can think that way.
Exactly. And like in my world, it was never like a big deal. Like online, everyone, it's like a lot of insults and stuff. Like the people that aren't following me, but like in my industry, my image is everything. My image is like I'm like a fantasy girl. I say when I say was is because I kind of stopped doing that for a year now, so that's why sometimes you may hear me say was. But yeah, it's
Okay.
been great. Even now, like on my OnlyFans, everything's good. It's like people, I look different, so people will want to go to me. So when like people are sending me all this hate, it doesn't hurt my feelings because in my head, I know I'm a bad bitch. It doesn't matter if other people think that because
That's
my
right.
fans know I'm a bad bitch. And I know I'm a bad bitch, so that's what matters.
I know that's
Like,
right. I know that's right. I know that's right. That's you know what? I before I do interviews and before I saw you go viral. That's how I found out about you, and so I did my research and stuff. And what made me want to do the interview, honestly, was the fact that when I saw your videos and then you started doing your YouTube and just the way you articulate and the way it just wasn't what I thought.
and
And I hate
that
that.
is the thing. You know what? That is why in my life,
And I hate that my
these
mind is like that because that
no,
sucks
but
because
that's
you're an
normal. And
amazing
like that's
woman.
the thing. Like us as humans, like when we encounter different beings, like you look at them and you have an idea of their person, what their personality is, and like so I try not to get offended about that because, but I am human, so sometimes I do get like annoyed at that. But like at the end of the day, like we're all just have so much more to us than what is our image, and like that's why it's hard for me to form relationships in life because it's like different people will see me and then they'll want to hang out with me or talk to me and think my personality is a certain way. Then when they find out it's not a certain way, then it's like they don't like me as much, and it's like it's my whole the way I decided to fucking make my body. It's good for me financially, but like honestly, in the real world, like to form actual relationships in life, it's like really difficult.
I can imagine.
It's like
We
I'm a
will get into the
contradiction.
right. We will get into the relationship aspect, but I do want to kind of talk about more of you getting the plastic surgery. With getting the plastic surgery, was it always something you wanted to do and you felt like a need for, or was it something like a tattoo where you get one and you like just want the urge for another and another and another?
Well, I
Like when did
remember
that
like when I
addiction
was
start?
14, I knew I wanted to get my teeth done. I knew I would want an ass. I knew I wanted tits. And I thought I would get like a nose job. These are things I would see and I would think that I want them. I didn't think I would. I was like, well, no, how would I even afford that? I doubt that's going to happen. Like, no. And then eventually, like once I started making money, then I realized, okay, well, was my nipple showing? Oh, then after I started seeing like, because I was making money easy or whatever. So for me to get these procedures done, it was never a big deal. So when I was going into these procedures, I had never put a lot of thought into it. And I just ended up looking like this. I started with tattoos and surgeries, and then like I just did one thing. Like I wanted my tits, so I did my tits, and like I never. It was like getting a haircut. I didn't think it was a big deal, you know, because in my world, it's not a big deal. Everyone would have
Right,
a fake ass. Not everyone, but most girls would have fake ass,
right, right.
tits, know some sort of surgery. Like I don't know.
So so when would you say, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it an addiction? Before I go on with the question, is it an addiction for you?
I am be honest. I don't like saying that because I'm like I just. But if I'm being honest and a real like being honest with you, I can say I am addicted to plastic surgery.
So,
But like
so
I like to say instead of saying oh I'm addicted, I like to say it's a hobby. But I can honestly, it probably would be considered an addiction. But it's all like I'm waking up every day. I'm like, oh my god, I need to have bigger tits. Like I need shoes
right,
like
right.
it's not like that. I'm just like okay, well I have the money to do this, so I can do this. And then like I started with one thing and then it led to another, and now it's like I'm always like But like
So,
this is
so
something I have to say because people want to say like that extreme plastic surgery people are insecure, but to have a lot of plastic surgery, like if you're going to be extreme, it takes so much confidence because you got so many haters, so many people shit on you and talk shit. Like if you don't have a lot of confidence and you have extreme surgery, you will end up killing yourself because everyone just talks down so much like to fucking extreme plastic surgery people. I get death threats every fucking day. Like what the hell? Like it's never that serious.
yeah, it's never that
Like
serious.
Bertha, bye bitch.
Bertha, yeah. I was just about to say, I was just about to say, Bertha. Look, you're gonna start a trend where every calling her Berthas.
Yeah, the haters are Berthas. Like the negative people are Berthas. I don't have Berthas in my circle. Bye bitches.
Hello, I know that's right. We don't sit with Berthas. Keep it
No, no,
moving.
no, honey. Bye. You can't sit with us, bitch.
I love it. I love it. So, when can you say the hobby actually started? You know,
So
what age or
I would say
what transition?
the hobby started I would say like when it really, really started was about 3 years ago. And then like yeah, I just started getting more extreme. And it's funny because like now, like since I moved to this new country, I never wear any makeup. So in my head, I'm like, wow, I look normal. I look so natural. But then like people will still freak out when they see me. So it's like it's weird seeing how I perceive myself in my head is nothing like how everyone else perceives me. Like in my head, I'm like not. I'm just a normal girl.
So what happens now that you go so viral to the extreme that you go, right? We got celebrities reposting you. You're all over the media
Honestly,
and
I'm
all
not
that.
gonna lie. Like that was really hurtful for me. I like the celebrity that I got a lot of haters from was the Lil Duval guy. I never really listened to his music, whatever, but I knew him because like he would post girls I like or whatever. So I had followed him at one point. So like it kind of hurt my feelings when he posted about me, but like I don't know, like I get it's the internet and people are entitled to have their opinion and like I can't if I'm gonna be on the internet I can't get offended like that. But like I don't know, I just thought it was rude when he was like saying, oh I have coronavirus and stuff like that. But like now one thing led to another and now I'm a fucking meme. Like what the hell? I don't like how
Like you're
I'm a
going
meme.
everywhere.
That's kind of
So is
embarrassing,
it?
but I'm gonna have to deal with that and just work with it. Like
But I already I know a lot of people, pay you a lot of attention just because walking and because you're extreme plastic surgery. Now that you got notoriety behind that now, and people kind of know you, how is that when you go outside? Now that people know who you are.
oh well, it was because I started like the first time I was like in international media was like 3 years ago. So now it's like I'm just starting to get like more into the U.S. Like the states are knowing of me more. So like I don't know. I guess it's good for my business, but I also don't like it in the sense that like my family lives there. Some like my mom, not all my family, just my mom, and like I visit her a lot. And now I'm just gonna feel awkward going to visit her because like I don't know. It's a lot like being known as a woman with the world's fattest vagina or plastic surgery girl, and I have a lot of anxiety. Like, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think I love attention like that and shit. And like, I actually have turned down the past 3 years. I've turned down so many fucking TV shows and interviews, everything. And it's just this year that I was like, you know what? Like my brothers were just telling me, like, what are you doing? Like, you just need to own your shit and just go with it. Like, you don't know what will come from it. So even this interview, I was feeling awkward to do it, but I'm like, you know what? Just do it, bitch. Like, and here I am.
Thank you. Look at that.
Yeah, but I like
Thank
it, and I like your vibe. Like,
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Honestly, that's love. That's definitely love. You're definitely family now. But so
yeah.
let's talk about your family. How do they feel about the extreme plastic surgery? What do they like it? Do they not care? Do they just love you? What's going on?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I come from a missionary family.
Okay.
Like, they were very religious. My dad, my grandma, all them, they were missionaries and shit. And then Like they're just very religious. And my other family, like my brothers and my mom, are more open-minded. They don't like how I'm doing this to myself. They tell me they're not rude about it. They're always gonna love me. They're always gonna accept me. But they're like, just it's sad because they're like, you want to be accepted by the world, but you're not portraying yourself physically how like the people you want to attract is what they're saying. And I know that
Okay.
I agree with them. Like I agree, half the shit people are saying I agree with, but it's just like in my head I'm like, but I just like this look, and it's like, why would I even want people in my life that are so superficial like that they don't want to give people a chance? Like I don't know. I'd rather just be a loner then and just be on my own, because I don't want fake people in my life like that. I really don't. I don't have time for it. No, thank you.
Do you think that this will stop, or do you want to keep enhancing?
Oh no, I'm not even finished at all. My goal when I take pictures, I'm like, I want my lips to stay looking like a prolapsed asshole. Like that is my goal. Everyone's like, "Oh, your lips look like a prolapsed asshole." Yeah, they only look like a prolapsed asshole when I'm posing. I want them to always look like this. Like that is my aesthetic. That's
Always,
what I'm
period.
going for. I want my tits massive, like triple this size. I want my ass way bigger. I want my legs to stay really small. Like I like it. I don't give a fuck. Like I like it.
So do you have so how far have you traveled to do this? Because I'm sure you got a lot of no's from a lot of doctors.
Yeah, like I've gone to Colombia, Dominican, Mexico, and the States, Canada. And my next country, I want to go to the Middle East, but I'm scared to like, cause I don't know, it's just scary to go there now. But um, I have gotten turned down by doctors because they're like, not understanding that I don't want to look natural. They're like, well, you already have enough done. I'm like, but I don't want to look natural. I want more done.
But what about
So
health?
sometimes
Are
it
they
is a
not saying that?
challenge to find doctors, but that's fine because I can understand. Like every doctor works different, so I don't get offended. Like I get they're just being professional.
So what about the health reasons of why they don't want to do it? Because I'm sure that outrules the
Well,
the
yeah, like
personal
some of them
want.
are saying that if I keep getting my lips done, they'll have to be amputated and like stuff like that. Because I remember I flew to Colombia to get my lips done by a hairdresser, and then I had to go to the ER
Get
because
your
my
lips
lips
done
were
by a
so
who?
huge. They were like this, but like double. And then the hairdresser like molested me. Like it was really trippy. Like I was drinking wine, I fell asleep, and then he's like, I woke up and he had his cock like in my hand. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm laughing about it, but it was actually really crazy. This was actually on my Instagram, and I like filmed it and everything. It was really fucked up, and then I ended up having to go to the ER because they were saying, oh, that they have to amputate my lips, and then eventually it just went down, and then I ended up being fine, but I still want bigger lips. Yeah, everyone thinks it looks silly, but I like looking like ridiculous.
So you're not scared of amputating your lips or any
No, because
health?
I don't think that will happen. Because this is something else I want to say. Everything I have done to me, everyone's like, "Oh, aren't you afraid of what you're gonna look like when you're older?" Nothing I have is irreversible. If I ever want to tone it down, I can just dissolve my lip filler. Everything I have, my implants, like I don't have injections. Everyone thinks I have injections and go to do black market shit. I don't have any of that. Everything I have done is by a proper doctor. So at any time, I can take out anything and look normal, but I don't want to look normal. That's boring. I am me. This is who I am.
Also,
This is my
nothing is black
personality
market.
too, in a way. Some of it.
I got a lot of questions, coming in, came in when I, put it out that I was interviewing you. And one of the questions was that, the doctor thing and that you had to have been getting it black market.
No, like this is like I'm flattered that my body is so fucking fine that everyone thinks I had to get it through injections. No, sweeties, I've had 3 Brazilian butt lifts. I've had butt implants, And like multiple tests, but it's like everything I have is done from a proper doctor. I had injections one time and it was to my hips, but everything's like from a legit doctor. I don't do
Wow.
injections. I'm scared to die.
So what happens next for you?
Honestly, next my goal would be to just keep focusing on my art, keep painting. I'd love to sell my paintings one day. That would be, if I end up, people don't understand how much that would mean to me to end my fucking life, like selling, making a living off of my paintings. Nothing to do with my physical appearance, and that I stop being, not that I care being known as plastic surgery girl, but like there is so much more to me, and like I would just, like the day I'm known as something more than that, like I would be so happy. I would feel so proud of myself because my whole life, like everything has revolved around my appearance, and after a while that is kind of depressing. So it would be cool if one day I'm known for something that isn't revolving around my physical, you know? So that's why like all I'm
Love that.
focusing on now is like my paintings. Like, and
I
my
love that
OnlyFans,
you
so
see.
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I love that you have so much ambition and goals and like you're a really sweet
Oh,
woman, like you really are, and I appreciate you. You know what I mean? You actually, I feel it. It's not that I felt anything negative because I don't look on the negative eye. That's not my first perspective. My first perspective is always trying to look at somebody for their good. So I never had a negative perception of you, but you really sway me in such a way. It's like, oh my God, I love her. Like I
oh,
want to be her
it's
friend.
so
Like, you
sweet.
know what I'm saying? Like it's
Honestly,
like I
I
want to
think
be your
in life
friend. You're
it's
so
like,
dope.
go ahead.
I say you're so dope. It's like I want to be your friend.
Oh, that is so sweet. No, honestly, I think in life it is so important to just approach people open-mindedly, even if you don't agree, and give people a chance. Because not you or anyone watching this watching this live, wants to be treated badly, or like everyone wants to be accepted. It's not like I don't think like I should go out seeking validation, but at the same time, I think it's cool that at least now that I have a bigger platform to try to do something good with it as well, you know?
I know that's right. You're really, really.
You have like a
I
mother
love the
journey.
contrast between the both sides of you. Like that, I think that is
Exactly,
so dope. I
exactly.
think that is really, really dope. It's almost like a superhero taking off their mask and stuff.
It's so
Oh,
funny because I got a DM like a couple months ago, and it's always stuck with me. It was like, I'm so confused. You're the most ratchet person. Or they're like, you have the most wholesome but ratchet personality, and it confuses me. And that is what I do to people. I confuse the fuck out of them. Like,
I
I
love
love
it.
that
No, I
though.
think. So I there was a question. Shout out to Jay Twan that's in the comments. He asked, how much was everything combined so far?
I don't know, like over 100,000. Like it sounds like a lot, but at the same time, it's like it's not like I'm paying all that all at once. You know what I mean? Everything is like just a couple times a year, so it sounds like a lot more than it is because it's
Right,
not
right,
like I'm
right.
giving it all at once. You know?
And you started from back then to now. Well, not really much of back then, but
Yeah, exactly. So I'm 24 now, and I started when I was 18. So that's a lot of time. And at
yeah,
the end of the
100,000.
day, like a lot of, like I feel like if you really want something, it will always end up happening. Maybe not any time near when you think, but like I never in my life would have thought that I would end up having all these surgeries. Like I look exactly how I want to look, and I'm like that is sometimes I feel kind
That's
of
all that
sad in
matters,
life,
honestly.
and then I'm thinking like, well, I should be proud of myself though, because like I have achieved my ideal image, and that is a accomplishment I don't really like accept all the time, but that is a cool thing to do in
And
life.
that's all that matters is that you accept you. And that's
Yes,
honestly,
yes,
honestly,
yes,
more people, instead of judging, they need to learn a lesson and kind of take out their pens and paper because everyone wants that feeling to
yes.
be, to be something that they want to be and actually strive for it and accomplish something, that goal. And the fact
Yeah,
that you have done that and you are who you want to be,
exactly.
that's what life is about. You being and walking in your own footsteps. So honestly, fuck everybody else.
Fuck
Fuck
you, Bertha,
Bertha.
bitch.
Bertha, fuck
Like, suck my
Bertha.
dick.
Hashtag
No,
fuck
it is so
Bertha.
true. And like, I think that when people see plastic surgery people, someone's like, "Can I stand up?" I think that
Hey.
when people see plastic surgery people, they just assume that they are very superficial and that there's nothing else to them. But like, you have to remember, we are all people. Like, we all feel the same type of shit. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, just go into life with an open mind. Like, before I die, I don't even like, I don't want to live long. And when I end up dying, I want that to be the message that I leave in this world, that I just want people to be more accepting of other people.
That, hello. Look, I need you to cut it out, okay? Cut it out. Honestly, you're dope. And I do want you to speak a little bit on vanity and today, especially with social media and the girls that are coming behind you and just girls that are coming up, period. You know, what do you feel is vanity and how superficial is social media vanity?
I think that, well, social media has everything to do with image. A lot of times people will just portray something that they're not online. Like, they'll flex money that they don't even have. They'll wear all this designer, but they're broke. Like, social media is a facade. They'll act all dark when they're not dark. They're fucking nice, light people. You know what I mean? And it's frustrating, but I mean, I don't know. There's nothing we can do. We can do to change that. There's a saying. It's like, fake it till you make it, and I guess go for it. But like, it's hard to trust people if you're trying to meet people through social media or network, because it's like, everyone is just out for themselves, you know. But I think there's nothing wrong with caring about your appearance and stuff, as long as it doesn't, you seek more than that in your life, you know. And yeah.
So, and you said earlier that it messes up personal relationships, and I can imagine relationships with guys or even friendships and different things of that nature. Have you lost friends? Have you ended relationships?
Oh
Is it
yeah.
hard to
Well, I
date?
was a
What is
lesbian. I
that like?
used to be a lesbian, and like, since I look like this, like, I no one knows I was a lesbian. So it's like, I just get dick now, and it's like, I do like dick, but like, I also do miss pussy. So it's like kind of ratchet in that sense. But also, like, I feel like I get fetishized a lot, so it is harder to date, because it's like, a lot of people, now that I look like this, they don't care to actually know me, and they just want to fuck me. Either that, or it's like they want money from me. Like, just, it's frustrating, but I have learned to cope with that and accept that, even though I don't like it. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to deal with this forever unless I ever want to tone it down. But like, I don't really want to at this point in my life. So.
Okay, and one more thing that I really want to get into, which is the topic and what you're mostly known for. The world's fattest vagina. How did that end up happening? And I heard there was some complications with that.
Oh yeah, so that was kind of interesting. So what has happened? Since I have a butt implant, like an actual butt implant, not an injection. My butt implant flipped over, so I had to go get surgery to get that flip, so it didn't look rushed. And then on top of that, I had to get another Brazilian butt lift. That's when they take fat out of you and re-inject it into your ass to kind of even something out. And so my logic was like, okay, well, I'm already getting my ass done, so why not, if they're already taking the fat out of my body, why not just re-inject some in my ass? I want a huge vagina. I love the look of vaginas with a pussy pump. and then how they're just so fat and like look like a monster. Like I wanted a monster alien pussy, and that's what I got. I woke up from surgery and I'm like, wow, it felt like I had like a 26-inch cock sewn onto me. Like the massage lady literally thought I was a man. She's like, I literally thought you're a man. Like I thought you had a cock. I thought those were your balls, but it wasn't. It was just my pussy was really big. It still looks like a cock in some angles, but not like to that extent.
Really? So, wait, I have questions. I have questions. Wait. What questions that I didn't think I was gonna have. So, and I don't want to get too vivid. I don't. But
No, it's okay.
so what actually gets done? Like what actually work is done down there?
So all that got done was they got fat and then re-injected it into my vagina, so it was huge. I didn't cut my lips or anything like that. I'm not. A lot of people think I'm transsexual. I'm not transsexual. All the hottest women on this earth are transsexual. Like most of them, like all the ones I follow, they all have my aesthetic. I love trans women, but I'm not a transsexual, which everyone thinks. But yeah, that's all I got is that they took fat from my body and re-injected it into my pussy. And how I almost died was, I don't know. I didn't really ask. He sent me a message from WhatsApp because I was supposed to get hair lipo too, and they couldn't do it. He's like, I wasn't able to lipo your face. Like you almost died. You were losing so much blood. Then he sent me a picture of like all the blood I lost, and like it was crazy because like the next couple months after that, I was like throwing up every day. I literally thought I was gonna die even like 2 weeks after surgery. I called my mom crying. I'm like, oh my God, I went too far. Like, I think I'm gonna die. Like, and then she was ready. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. But it was really sad because like she was ready to take the plane out to see me because like we literally thought I was gonna die. But like I thank God I was okay, you know. Like, but
Oh my
it was
God.
really scary. Of all my surgeries, that was the closest I came to dying. And I don't know if it's the doctor. I don't know if it's because I got like because he took out too much fat or because all my previous surgeries or what, but it was really scary.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here as well.
Mm,
I'm definitely glad you're here as well.
thank you, me
Well,
too.
honestly, I think you're beautiful inside and out. And I want you to know that I'm deeply honored and happy and excited that you accepted our interview out of saying no to so many others. So that makes me feel really good. You are family. You are family now, and I definitely support you and what you do. And honestly, I'm Anita Payton, so I'm gonna definitely be
Yes, for
inboxing.
sure. I'm going to be a fan of this channel now, and like honestly, your energy is so nice, and I could tell it's genuine, and you're not just being fake. And like, I'm very good at telling people's vibe, and like, you seem like a
I
sweet person.
appreciate that.
I was more than happy to do this interview, and I'm glad you asked me to do it.
Thank you. That I appreciate that. That means the world to me, honestly. And I'm really gonna inbox you because I definitely want to paint it, and we're gonna keep in touch. Definitely. I
For
thank you
sure.
so much for coming on here and sharing your life with us. Um, now that we got to know you a little bit better, I hope the world can see you at a better light, in a better perception, and see the amazing woman that you are. And
You're
please,
so
guys, go
sweet.
support her and get her paintings.
Yes, buy my painting. I love you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, love.
Bye bye.
Yo, how sick. And like that interview was so sick. Like I loved it. Like it was amazing, guys. Like it was so amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the appreciation with the good videos. Make sure y'all press that add button. We here each and every week. We got so many guests, so many socialites, celebrities, I mean everybody, radio personalities, reality stars. We got so many people coming through the Royal Couch. We're doing so much good things. Shout out to Mary. She is an amazing woman. She is a beautiful woman. Go support her in everything she does. Um, Again, this is the Royal Couch. We love you. And until next time, peace.